but former Mayor Pat Byers is. She's on the phone.
She is.
And we say good morning.
Good
Pat,
morning.
how are you?
Good morning. I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for checking in.
Good.
What's up? How about last night?
Well, last night was the will of the council. We all know what politics is like.
Yeah, that's right.
So I just called in to just share a few thoughts. Mostly, I just want the listeners, all the good people of Yakima, to know that it really was a great honor to serve as mayor. But I recognize also it's someone else now, and it's a title. I don't have that. But my dedication to the city and my service to the city will continue relentlessly.
I have no doubt about that, Pat. I want to say, first of all, thank you for your service, for being willing to step up. And, of course, at a very uncertain time for Yakima, what with COVID and state requirements and a sense of wanting to push back from a lot of people, a lot of your constituents out there, wondering if we're at odds with where the governor wants us to be. And so I'm sure it's not been an easy gig, and I'm glad that we had your mature, calm hand on the tiller during that time. So thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you. It was just my privilege to be there. And, it was really challenging in a lot of ways. I think I went through a couple of things that a lot of mayors have not, in terms of not only the major COVID crisis and being in a state of emergency, but then having a council person leave and picking up all that responsibility for his committees myself. So it's been a lot of work.
Yeah,
I have loved every minute of it. I really have, and I just plan to continue loving it as I serve the city.
Well, we want to remind folks, what were you doing with yourself prior to you running for council, becoming mayor? You were on the planning commission, right? For how many years?
For 6 years, yeah.
Well, I forgot about that.
You weren't just, whistling Dixie. You were looking to make the community at large a better place for years before your time on council. Now, did you come straight into the mayor's office when you first hit council?
I did.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. I mean, that's what Ms. DCL faces. Talk about the learning curve a little bit and what she could have to expect in terms of just getting her feet under herself.
Well, I honestly have to say that when I came on and was elected mayor, I feel like I was very prepared for that, not because I expected it. It was kind of a real surprise. But, I had served on the Planning Commission for 6 years. I had chaired that commission for 6 years, or for 2 of those 6 years. And so just being on the commission, it's the most active and strategic commission of the city. And I learned a lot about city government and staff operations. Plus, the city gave me some parliamentary procedure training when I was chairing that committee. And when I came onto the council, all of the council, when we all started in 2020, we all went through some more parliamentary procedure training. So I felt fortunate in that and prepared to step into the position of mayor. And the staff was incredibly helpful. And I am sure that I don't know how much background Mayor DCO has in city government or how it operates. I don't know how much background she has in parliamentary training. I'm sure she'll get some, but I know the staff will be very supportive and helpful for her.
Yeah, we've been talking to City Council this morning and what the changes might mean. Talked to the mayor, the former mayor, and now we have another brand new council person on the phone, Matt Brown. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, Matt.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're good. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Happy New Year to you guys.
So, one meeting under your belt. How does it feel?
Mm-hmm. It was actually a really exciting day. I enjoyed it and enjoyed the meeting and enjoyed being back in person. That was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
Very nice. How big was it? Was there a crowd in?
Yeah. There was probably about 10 to 15 people in there.
All
Not huge, but there was people. So
we're going to be down there one of these nights. We got to get some new photos for our library of all you guys. So we'll come down and get some action shots of you behind the desk, shrieking at your constituents. No, you don't do that. You're too young to do that. So, what are your thoughts? What do you want the community to know about their council and where you guys may be headed and what you hope happens in the next few months?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that I'd like to stress is, last night I think, with the mayor piece going to Janice, which is, I nominated Patricia, and but the piece of that I want to stress is that the three of us were elected, and I would say almost as in a mandate type of way, is that we were elected to get stuff done, and regardless of political ideology, we're here to get stuff done, and so I want to. The conservatives that are sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, we just lost Patricia as mayor. What are we going to do?" Well, hold on. we're going to get to work, and let's give this new council a shot here to get to work. So
that's fair. We're probably one of those going, "Oh my gosh, we just lost Patricia" types.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. We don't know what the future holds, and we have a talk show, so I got to talk about something. But you're right, Matt. We do need to give everybody a fair chance to do what they're going to do and head off in the directions. But do you guys have a retreat or anything like that coming up? Have you heard where you guys are going to circle the wagons and decide kind of where you're going or what you want to do?
Yeah. We've talked about a retreat. We do have a study session next week, and so we're going to be discussing, I think the committees and some other places that way. But we haven't landed on a retreat yet. But hopefully that's in the near future. Because I do think the more we can be together on all of these issues, the more we're going to get stuff done. The time of the past, in my opinion, I've told this to both Janice and Patricia, is that the Yakima community is done with the drama of city council.
Yes.
And so we need to work together, and we need to figure out how to do that.
Mm-hmm.